the law of sines. On this one here, it's a little difficult to see, but we're going to look through this. They have a nice little triangle in between all these atoms. And then they say that the atoms with the atomic radii of 2.0, 3.0, and 4.5 are arranged as in the figure. Find the distance between the centers of atom A and C. So on this one here, we have to look at all of this information that they gave us. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to kind of pull that triangle out so that we can see what's going on there. So I'm just going to draw over it, and then I'm going to group them together and pull it out so it's nice and same shape and everything else. Let me group those and pull it over here. So they claim this to be C, this to be B, and this to be A. They also said the radii on this, so I'm going to write it on here. So this guy here is 2, this guy here is 3, so the full length is 5. Now for those of you going, oh, wait, radii goes from the center to the outside. And this is the smallest one, so I guess the smallest radius. B is the middle one, so it gets the middle radius, and this guy down here is the largest, so he gets the largest radius. So the radius for B is 3, so I write 3 here, and the radius for A is 4.5. So my full length here is 7.5. We know that this is 18 degrees. And what we don't know is this guy here. Because notice, this is 2, this is 4.5, but we don't know this guy. So we have to go through law of sines to find that one out. So if you want to write it out to see what you have angle A, this up here is side A, this side over here is side C, so this side over here is side B. So this is kind of like a multi-step problem because we can't use Pythagorean, we don't have a right triangle, and they only gave us one angle. But to find side B, we have to know angle B. So that's where we have to start. So right now I want angle B, but I don't have anything to get me to angle B, so I'm really going to look for angle C first. Let's write this out so you can see this. Angle A is 18 degrees. Little a equals 5. Angle B, we don't know. Little b, we don't know. Angle C, we don't know. But we do know little c, 7.5. We also know that angle C is larger than 18. That's all we know. We know nothing else. Okay, but here it gives. Ultimately, we want this guy here. In the end, that's the answer we want. But we need angle B to get there. But to get to angle B, because we don't know little b, we need angle C as well. So that's where we're going to start. And at the very beginning of the notes yesterday, or in the 7.1 part 1, if you're looking for an angle, put the angle on top. So we're going to do sine of C over little c, which is 7.5, equals, and there's our given information, this guy here, there's our given information, is sine of 18 over 5. And just like before, multiply by 7.5, multiply by 7.5, and we get a value of sine of C. I didn't write it down last time, so let me do the math very quickly. I'll pause this. So I get a sine of C of 0.4635. There's more information behind it, but that's the main thing you have to know. Now, sine of C is this. This is not your answer. We're looking for an angle. So we have to do that arc sine idea. So I can do that arc sine here, arc sine here. So I get C equals the arc sine of 0.4635. And this is what you're going to throw in the calculator. So you're going to do a second sine and just grab the information that you just did, the 0.46, that should still be in the calculator. Hit enter and hit enter again. And we get angle C equals 27.61. Now, since this is not rounded, we're using two significant digits, I'm going to raise this to 28 degrees. So this guy is going to be closer to about 28 degrees. Now we can find angle B. So 180 minus 18 minus 28 is going to give us 134 degrees. Now your answers are going to be slight different if you leave this as 27.6 degrees. This angle is full degree, so we're rounding to degrees. Okay, so now we're ready to find little b. Even though they did not tell us to solve the triangle, they might as well have, because you were forced into that one. So I'm looking for little b over sine of b, so sine of 134 equals 5 over sine of 18. Multiply both sides by sine of 134. These guys cancel out, and you're left with b equaling this mess. You throw that into the calculator. And you get 11.6, 39, blah, 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 39. But since this guy has one decimal place, we're going to use the one decimal place, so it's 11.6. And there you guys go. So the distance between the center of this atom and the center of this atom was 11.6, and they did not give us units of measure, so that's all we have is 11.6. So probably, like millimeters or something. Okay, let's do one more of these type of examples, and then we're going to look at an area example. Okay, distance across a canyon. To determine the distance RS, this one here, across a deep canyon, Rhonda lays off a distance TR, this one here, equaling 582 yards. She then finds that T equals 32 degrees, 50 minutes. R is 102 degrees, 20 minutes. Find RS. Now, to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to identify the sides according to the angles. So we have RST, RST. These are our angles. And she did give us R is 102 degrees, 20 minutes. T is 32 degrees, 50 minutes. Now, I'm going to throw over here that RT is going to equal S. RS, the segment there, is going to equal T. And ST is going to equal R. I'm using this as a reference so I can come over here going little r equals, and do we know anything about little r? RT is 582 yards. Little s is, I did this wrong. Okay, so let me erase. Little r is ST. They did not give us ST. Little s is RT. That's the 582 yards. And then little t is RS, and they did not give us RS. So, and we ultimately want RS, which is angle T, which is side T. This is the guy we want. Okay, so now that we're done with the picture, all of the information we want is down here. We don't care about side R. We do need angle S because we need angle S to be able to use side S. So here it is again, 180 degrees minus 102 degrees, 20 minutes, minus 32 degrees, 50 minutes. Throw all of this lovely stuff into the calculator, and we get that to be 44 degrees, 50 minutes. And we can go through and double check all of the math here. This is going to give me 2 minutes. The 50, 50, and 20 is going to be 120 seconds, which is 2 minutes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus a 2, 10. Okay. So we, again, this one, who cares? We do not care about this guy. It's this guy down here that we're concerned with. So little t over sine of 32 degrees, 50 minutes equals little s of 582 over sine of s, or 44 degrees, 50 minutes. Multiply both sides by sine of 32. And we get a t value equaling oh, I didn't write it down when I did these. I'll pause again. Okay, so this one gives us 447.57. Since this value is a whole number, we're going to go ahead and round this to a whole number, which gives us 448 yards. And there's the distance from R to S. This one here. Okay, so let's look at the next one. We're going to go into finding the area of an oblique triangle. Okay, finding the area of an oblique triangle. Area of an oblique triangle is 1/2 base times height. That's just regular triangle. But if we don't have a right triangle going on, we can use law of sines. So again, you don't have to put this on your card, on a card, because this is on that sheet that I gave you. Things I'm going to point out: in a triangle, any triangle ABC, the area A is given by the following formulas: 1/2 BC sine of A, or 1/2 AB sine of C, or 1/2 AC sine of B. I do want to point out that, okay, let's try this one again. I don't even know where I stopped. Oh, there it is. Angle A, so it's the two sides. So it's the two sides and the angle between them. The two sides, the angle between, and so on and so forth. Now, I can throw this out there. Why do we not use this? Well, for a 90-degree angle, you can, but in a 90-degree angle, angle C is our 90-degree angle. And the sine of 90 is 1. And what do we have left? 1/2 times A times B. So, because angle C is a 90-degree angle. All right, so let's do an example of one of these. Find the area of the triangle. There it is, side A and B, angle C. So area equals, right from the formula chart, 1/2 A times B times sine of C. So I'll basically enter what you have, 1/2, 35.1 times 43.8 times sine of 72.2 degrees. So that all into the calculator. And you have 731.9 feet squared. Okay, another example. Okay, now notice what they gave us here is that they gave us angle A, they gave us side B, they gave us angle C, but we need two sides and one of the angles. So I'm just going to identify what we have. So they gave us two angles, one side. Angle A is 59.8 degrees. Angle B we don't have. Angle C is 53.10 degrees. And we have little b, 15.00 meters. Hopefully you guys see that we're going to be doing two decimal places, even if they're zeros. Okay, so start with the angle. We have side A, B, so we need angle B. Well, actually we don't, but we need it to find one of the other two sides. Okay, so we have angle A, we have angle C, we have side B. We get to choose. It doesn't matter which one you do, you will get the same answer both ways. But we have to decide, do we want side A or do we want side C? Doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and do side A. So, but first I need angle B. So 180 minus 59.8 minus 53.1 is going to give us 67.1. So this is 67.10 degrees. 8, 9, 10 carried over. So I'm going to find side A. So little a over sine of A, which is 59.8 degrees, equals little b, oops, but we have the value for little b, 15, I'm not going to worry about the 0, over sine of 67.1. Multiply both sides by 59.8, we get A equals 15 sine of 59.8 over sine of 67.1, and that gives us an A value of 14.07. So now that I have the two sides, I'm using A and B again, and C is going to be my angle that I use. So area equals 1/2 A times B sine of C. So 1/2 of A, which is 14.07, times b, which is 15, times sine of 53.10 degrees. Throw this into the calculator, and we get area equals 84.41 meters squared. They give you the units. You have to use units. And there we have it. So you had two examples. One where they give you all of the information lovingly, and then the other one where they gave you some missing information that you had to find. Okay, this is going to be the end of this. There's your homework, 1 through 31 odd, and then 39 through 51 odd. And there you go on those. Good luck.